Hey guys, Mari here for another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. And without further ado, let's get into the video. It is June, and in honor of Pride Month, I think that I want to discuss briefly the topic of coming out and kind of a few things that go around coming out and perspective on anybody that may still be in the closet or someone that is out the closet. So I got a few things jotted down on my iPad that I typed up last night before I went to sleep because I did know that I want to record this video. Coming out is not coming out to the world. And what I mean by that is coming out is not coming out to the world is people think that when you come out to the world. To me, I feel like coming out is coming out to your parents. Coming out to your parents. The world, nobody else matters. They're going to think what they want to think anyway. So it's really no big deal coming out to the world. Coming out when it's right. And when I say coming out when it's right, is that because you have to think of the circumstances when it comes to coming out. Some people, you have people who are religious and they will get kicked out of the house. And I 100% believe that sometimes it is relevant to stay in the closet to kind of get by. And I don't say it's the right thing to do, but if staying in the closet is going to benefit you, it's going to keep you from being thrown out, I suggest that you stay in the closet. Only thing that I can say is just keep in your head that it won't always be that way. Just fake it till you make it. Because you do have parents that will throw you out the house because you are gay. If you feel like you're going to be thrown out, don't chance it. But if you're going to chance it, please at least have somewhere to go. Please have somewhere to go. In some cases, I've heard of children being abandoned once they come out the closet. And I think that it's getting better. Parents are gonna be more accepting of gay children as we excel and everything begins to change. Back in the day, everybody was a little bit more strict on each other, and I feel like the reason that society doesn't want a soft man is because they think that gays are soft. But I think that is the reason why a lot of gays are so violent, because we have something to prove. In everyday life, we wake up and the straight man looks upon a gay as weak because we carry about some of the female characteristics. Losing friends. My experience, when I was in high school, my friends were all straight. I only hung with straight guys. I didn't hang with any gays in high school. Like, that just was my tea. I never liked any of them. The friends that I hang with now, they crushed on the guys that I was best friends with. So I didn't like none of them. I didn't try to talk to none of them. I was never liking them on the low. And I've said this in a lot of videos. When I was straight, I was straight. I was trying my hardest not to be gay. I was not interacting with no type of gay shit. I wasn't even coming on to none of my friends. I really, for a good portion of my life, thought that I was straight. But when I was approached by my first boyfriend, that's when all those feelings from the past, because I did have stuff that happened when I was younger that I suppressed, forgot about it, never relived it again or nothing like that, just forgot about it. That's when I started to have these gay thoughts. And I just never went back after that. My mother passed away, and at the same time, I was falling in love with this guy. So I came out, and I've been me ever since. Over time, once all of those friends, once I came out, I remember us having discussions. They never put pressure on me. We were still friends for a good portion of the time. But I could remember that when I came out, it would begin to circulate around the school that since these people were friends with me, that they were gay too. And I remember it causing kind of tension amongst our friendships. And people didn't realize that me and these guys had been friends for like years and years to come. Like going way back, like year after year. That's one thing that I wish that I could have held on to was my straight friendships, because I like my gay friendships, but I really loved my straight friendships. They were just a different vibe. Once that tension was created, it just over time, it's just our friendships just died out. And I felt like it was the best thing to do, because it was just, the high school was just so messy. So I just, I just let it go. The feminine phase. I don't know if this is valid or not, but I feel like it is, because what I've noticed is that a lot of the gays, once they approach maybe like their 30s or something like that, or maybe after 30 plus, they stop being so feminine. But when they first come out, it's always the crop tops and the short pants, and just very flamboyant. I feel like with the gay lifestyle and the gay culture, that when you come out, you begin to express yourself or you're open to expression. And I feel like with this phase, you begin to find yourself. And they're feminine in their earlier stages of coming out, and they later on revert back to being more, masculine. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like, I feel like it's common amongst the gays. But you do have a lot of people who break through and they're feminine all their lives. Nothing wrong with that. But a good portion of the gays, they bottom, tops, verse, or whatever. Once they come out, they're very flamboyant, and then as they get older, they start to mature and they go back into their masculine phase. Finding yourself or becoming your true self. I've struggled with this and I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure that everybody, once they came out, they changed completely. I don't know if this is who I always held back, or is this who I've become. If you can understand that. And I don't really know. But I feel like, I'm comfortable with who I am. I like who I am right now, but I just ask myself a lot of times, is this who I've become, or is this who my surroundings and the people that I hang with shaped me out to be, or is this who I held back for so long? And I don't know. So, I mean, it's not really an answered question. It's just something to think about. Villainous adults and in their manipulative ways. When I first came out and I was more on social media with my gayness, I wasn't shying away from it. I was, just not in the closet anymore. When you're younger, we do look to adults for kind of validation, because we look at them as being seasoned, and we lean to them for guidance in so many cases, in so many aspects. So when it comes out in the gay world, you do have older guys that seek younger gays, and younger gays are more welcoming to this because they lean to adults for guidance. You come out and you have all these people, you have all these older people coming at you, and a lot of when you're younger, you kind of parade in this. Because I remember when I was in school, I look back on this like I was talking to men that were so much older than me. Like, I don't want to throw a number out there because I don't know a number, but they were older than me. Like, and I was 16, 17 at the time, and these men were like almost 40. I'm just gonna say they were just almost 40, if not over 40. Never saw them a day in my life, and some of them that I did see, they would bring me money, just basically spoil me. And I would be at school bragging about this. The younger generations of gays, they parade in being wanted and being sought by older men, and they don't realize that they're going to be taken advantage of. And I really hate it, but they're taking advantage of you, and they're getting everything they want. They're getting the pictures they want. They're getting to see everything that they want to see, just to fulfill a fantasy in their head. Some of the conversations that I've had with these guys at this age, I'm of age now, but I'm just looking back on the conversations that I've had with these men, and the things that they told me, and the things that they wanted to do to me, and like it's really sick. These guys are using you to fulfill a fantasy, and honestly to just get a nut. And I know that you think that it's something because they're putting money in your pocket, but don't ever feel good about money, because one thing about men is they'll give you money to keep you coming. They'll give you money to keep you coming. Don't respect the man that will give you money to keep you coming. Respect the man that will give you money to put you in a better spot. Men will literally give you money to keep you coming. They'll throw you this chump change or something like this. But you could be struggling at the bottom of the pit, going through everything in life, struggling in the car, and a man will have the means to put you in a better spot, but they won't do that because they want you to keep depending on them. Because some people have motives, and they'll never say it. They'll never tell you what they're trying to get out of that. You just have to look at their actions, and it's going to tell. That's going to tell you if you're all on the same page and if you're going in the right direction. Expectations versus reality. What is really to come after coming out? When I first came out, I honestly expected myself to find my love, find my soulmate. Well, no, when I came out, I already had it. For me to just be in love and be like the couples that I was watching on YouTube at the time, I can't remember which ones I was watching. At this time, there were no black, YouTube wasn't even like popping how it was. I mean, but it was popping, but it wasn't popping for certain reasons. Like it was predominantly makeup artists on YouTube, and you had a few little couples or whatever, but it wasn't any black couples. So I was watching a white couple and just watching them travel all across the world, and how they were young at the time. I think they were like 23 and I was like 16. I'm like 23 now, but I was watching them, and I just my expectations for when I came out, it was just I was going to be more of myself. I was going to be, all of this stress, all of this weight was going to come off of me. I'm going to be, myself. I'm going to be able to express myself, and it was going to be all glitz and glam, because this huge burden was just going to be all of a sudden just released off of me. It's definitely struggles on each end, and it's different for everybody. Some people, they come out and they get thrown out the house. There's another door open and stuff like that. And, they get thrown out the house, or get disowned by their parents. It's not what I expected it to be, but I'm not gonna say that it's actually bad, because I love the gay lifestyle. I feel like it's so glamorous, and that's the only way that I know how to put it. Like, I don't know. I honestly could not imagine being straight, because it's so much that goes into that, but it's also so much that goes into being gay. But I feel like it is one of the most admired sexualities to be. Like, I love it. Like, I wouldn't change being gay for nothing in the world. I wouldn't, because I can't imagine being straight. Like, it's so much that goes into being gay. We have pride. Like, it's the small things. Like, people don't celebrate being straight. Like, I mean, that's the small things though. But I love it. And then we all come together. We have an event where we actually come together and we're surrounded by people. I mean, we could do that amongst the straight people, but they don't. We have that. And it's just so many things that goes into it, like small things like Vogue, and we have drag. It's just all of this. So it's so much creativity when it comes to our culture, and I really, really love that. So I don't think I would change for nothing in the world. I love how different it is. I love how we take characteristics from the female and we take characteristics from the male, and it just comes together to make something, in my mind, so superior. It has its pros and its cons. It's things that I hate about it, and it's things that I love about it. But overall, I love my gayness. Being understanding with parents. Being understanding with parents. And the reason what made me come to this conclusion is, to this very day, maybe I think it was last year. Yeah, it was during the pandemic. I was doing my makeup, and last year was when my father was the first time he ever saw me in makeup. So for the first time, he saw me in it, and I remember there was this instance where I was back there doing my makeup, and I was on live on Facebook, and he came in the room and he said, "Son, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm doing my face." He was like, and he just kind of he didn't really say nothing like disrespectful or anything like that. He just kind of like, "Oh, okay," and left the room. And later on that day, my uncle came, and I was in the room with the door closed, and I heard my uncle come in, and he called my name. And my father had just came out the room like a few minutes ago, but he told my uncle that I was asleep, which made me feel like that he didn't want my uncle to see me in the makeup. And it kind of made me feel bad, but I've grown to understand that when you come out, it's also a journey for parents to understand you coming out, because not everybody wakes up in hopes for their child to be gay, and it's not normal for parents to accept this. Like, this was a really hard world growing up, and I'm so grateful that my daddy didn't throw me out or anything like that, because some people do get thrown out. And if your parents don't throw you out, please be understanding that it's a journey for them too. Like, understanding this, because they don't come from a society of people who understand this and people who accept this. So if they do accept it, like, just be understanding of it. And when I say be understanding, it's like, I'm not just throwing my gayness in my dad's face. With my ex that I was with last time, he married my father, and they bonded so weird. Like, I loved it. It made me so happy to see them bonding with each other. And my brother bonded with them and everything. And, you know, I just recently removed that video off my channel of him. But, I don't know. I really, really like that. And I remember one time I was in a car with him, and he asked me, he was like, so where's Chris? And I was like, Dad, I don't talk to him no more. Because, I mean, I don't really tell my dad about everything, but I was like, Dad, I don't talk to him no more. So, it was weird. It was weird as hell, but I don't know. My daddy, when I came out, he said, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. He was like, son, I'm going to love you regardless of what you prefer. And I remember he said it in those exact words. And I swear, every time I think of coming out, I remember that was his response. That was his response. And I am so grateful to have the father that I have when it comes to this situation. Oh no, I'm grateful for my father overall. Because my father was a good father, you know. It's some things that, you know, I would have done differently. But, you know, whatever. Overall, I turned out okay. So, he, you know, it is what it is. For this week's video, the song that I want to put you guys on is Lost Cause by Billie Eilish. A lot of people don't understand her music. I understand it. And I think it's because I look deeper into music. I read into lyrics. I watch documentaries. I read the facts and everything. So I understand it. Music cured my depression. And I listen so deep into music, and I try to understand music to the fullest degree. And I really just love this song. A lot of people don't understand the vibes of the video, and they say it doesn't match the music. I can get where, you know, people say that, but as far as the lyrics, I'm just saying I understand the lyrics in the song as a whole. I know that my music taste is a little weird, you know. It just is what it is. But my birthday is in 3 months. I think I want to plan a cruise or something like that. I think it's so typical to do a photo shoot, so I don't want to do a photo shoot. I don't know what is to come, but I'll be 23, and I'm so excited. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I want for my birthday or if I want anything. We're just going to see how things fall in place. And I just want to say, if there's anybody out there that's in the closet, please think about the outcome that you could possibly face before coming out. Are your parents going to throw you out? Are you going to be abandoned? Are you going to be disowned? Don't think about society. Society is going to be hard regardless. Yeah, but it's going to be hard regardless. So, but I advise you to just think about your parents. And that's all I have for you guys today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Stay cute. Period.